Um, oh man. Well, okay. So I guess part of the reason I don't tend to think about those things is that I use a tablet primarily, which doesn't actually have haptic feedback. It literally took me a minute to remember what you were talking about because it's been so long since I've actually like used it. I don't um, thank you for watching. Aridan, sorry, Aridan. It was great to have you. I hope to see you again sometime. Yeah, thank you for the interesting and thoughtful discourse. I think I kind of tuned out for part of the conversation, but it was fun to read back over. So, um, oh, you can do that. But oh yeah, so yeah, okay, so apparently it's not clear, but right. So when I cut out or when movement became unimportant, you notice that the dust marker is still here, and so if you are so inclined, you can actually target your bombs using the dust marker. So I mean, there is. It's yeah. So like if the desk marker is not there, then like the bombs just happen randomly. But yeah, no, you can totally target. You can snipe, and that's like yeah, that's like your best defense against yeah. If you like when you have like a whole throng of dudes, and so like the auto attack is it's gonna take too long for your hero to like find like the guy with the explosive device. You can just like yeah. So I guess I'll have to clarify that somehow because it sounds like you didn't deduce that just from playing the game. So yeah, I recognize that it's a little bit backwards in a way because in most situations you tap the ability first and then you tap the target location. But I considered doing that. It's just that in a lot of situations you actually don't care about where you target, and so I wanted so I wanted to make it adaptable so that way, regardless of what your playstyle was, you know it would be accommodated. So like if someone stacks multiplicity on bombs, like they actually don't have to target their bombs as much anymore because like if they hit bombs, it's pretty much gonna hit everything. So. Oh yeah, okay. So you did catch the dash thing. Yeah, it's the so the targeting on bombs is a little bit tenuous just because of how the system works. I have some ideas of how to change that. I was thinking instead of having so like range modifiers on bombs, I was thinking instead of like maybe there's no. So currently the case is that bombs have a distance that you can throw them, and they have a blast radius. But maybe I'll make it just so that bombs don't have a fixed distance, like you can throw them anywhere on screen, but range modifiers increase the blast distance. Um, um, hmm. I like the idea about swipe to dash. That's pretty smart. I mean, no, I mean that's really clever. I yeah, I'm the new yeah, I'll probably have to try that at some point because like I can't think of a reason why not to. Um, I I should probably. I mean, maybe I should just be in the habit of building for mobile more. It's so easy to test in the editor here that I tend to end up playing this a lot. And so yeah, so like I never even actually come to points like that. I do. I like. I mean, I do also have a reason though for making for running the PC version, and that's because like, I'm definitely building with mobile in mind, but the other reason that I'm building the web application versions is that I also really like that deployment. So yeah, I tend not to spend super much time on features that would only hit one platform, I guess. So like when I'm developing on when I'm developing here, I always think to myself like, will this also work on mobile? And then in terms of like platform specific features, I haven't gotten as into that. Although I guess you could hypothetically like there is like kind of a comparable thing to drag in or to swipe on a. It's not just not a gesture that we use very often on PC, like a quick click and drag and release sort of thing. Yeah, I like that though. That's really smart. Um, so what's up? What are we doing? I think we're good now. Uh, so so what do we want to do next? We have I mean we basically have the new game. Oh yeah, the thing that we changed today, Trisex, is that uh, we changed the lose condition. We got rid of that number down here because you don't lose from explosions anymore. You can actually only win. There's no lose condition actually at all. You never lose the game. It's just a matter of how fast you win, which is why we were putting in the time bonus, because the time bonus is going to make a big difference as to like whether you won a lot or you won a little, or like how that goes. Well, it's not fully formed. The idea for Power 3, I'd so all right, so yeah, so okay, so the way you win now is that you rescue um X number of green mobs, which now turn purple. We added that in as well. Uh, oh yeah, I'll bump the max mob counts back up. Or was it that I no, it was the mobs to win. Hold on. It was all right. Yeah, I'll put like the game back together again a little bit. Oh right. So for example, I should take my scientific notation out of cookie detonation duration, and what else was it? Uh, Where did I put mob save to win? Sorry, it's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, this is like I don't know 1,000 or something. Um, so right, yeah, here I'll run it again. Do we have low spawn times or are they regular? No, they're probably regular spawn times. Next, yeah, here we go. So we'll flood the mobs in, and then uh, yeah, I do already know what my next project is going to be. I was talking about it a bit yesterday. It might have been before you tuned in. Oh yeah, so okay, so I tune I turn the mob spawn rate way up, and so pretty much all the mobs are in the simulation now. One of the things we did this morning is that we changed it so that when an explosive device goes off and a mob gets removed from simulation because of it, those mobs don't re-enter the simulation. The only mobs that re-enter the simulation are the ones that you knock flying off the top of the screen. Yeah, so right. So now mobs lost refers to the ones lost to explosive devices. Mobs saved are the ones punted off the top of the screen. So just for testing the endgame screen, we had turned the win condition into 10 mobs kicked off the top of the screen. You only need to kick 10 off. Today, today, but now with I don't know if 1,000 is like the right number, but like the number is actually going to be like much higher, and And so the win condition is once you've saved that number of mobs, like once you've kicked them off the top of the screen. So in order to do that, you're powering up your hero. So now the risk of the explosive devices is that it reduces your mob pool. So really the major outcome of these explosive devices is that it makes the game take a lot longer. And so like in the fiction of the game or whatever, I'm thinking of it as like basically like, I mean, I was talking earlier about how the mobs, the green mobs, are like small, scared creatures that are not like as intelligent as they could be. Like they have some level of intelligence because they're smart enough to bring you cookies as like a peace offering, but they're also, yeah, so they're just not smart enough to distinguish between explosive devices and cookies. And so when the explosive device, you kind of have to save them from themselves because they're the ones bringing the explosive devices. But if the explosive device gets set off, then the mobs get scared and like they don't flock to you anymore. If anyone's curious, like the story behind the explosive devices is that, and the reason that the mobs can't really distinguish between them, or the reason that the mobs are not afraid of the explosive devices, is that the explosive devices the mobs didn't create the explosive devices. The race, whatever like species the hero is, created the explosive devices, and they created them for war purposes, presumably. In fact, the explosive devices only detonate in the presence of the for example, the hero, or like presumably other of his kind or her kind. So POW 3, right? This is the long rambling story to POW 3. POW 3 restores the population, or rather, like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this exactly. Maybe it just doesn't have like a flat cooldown like the other ones do. Maybe. Oh yeah, well, okay, I was thinking about this earlier. Like I don't know how to make it so that POW 3 would be balanced for like the expert player, because like if an explosive device never goes off, then POW 3 never does anything. So maybe the pro player doesn't need POW 3. Maybe POW 3 is like more of like a safety net to like scale the game so that more people can enjoy it. I don't know. I swear I changed the game so that I changed the game because I was like, oh, hey, here is a way that I should change the game. And then once I had done so, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe that's what POW 3 will be. So, who knows? It could happen, or maybe I'll like get stuck with my indecisiveness, and maybe POW 3 won't even be that. Who knows? I guess time will tell. So, yeah, let's go with that, I guess. Yeah. Sure. And then potions work like they, etc., etc. Or I was gonna say I could do it the other way around. I could make potions restore the population, and yeah. No, that's what we're gonna do. What I previously called potions are going to be POW 3, and potions are going to restore the population, and they're only going to show up if needed. They're just if you don't need potions, they're just not going to ever appear. Probably. Yeah. I don't know. I like that. Maybe. Yeah, we did it. We solved POW 3. Go team! I'm gonna high five the camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Um, I am indefatigable. If Hero never finishes, then I will live forever. um, but if some unforeseen tragic incident, uh, if for whatever reason I am no longer around to finish Hero, I entrust you to discover Power 3 and to implement it. I'll with my dying breath, I will open up the source code. I'll make the yeah. Yeah, we did it. I'm so glad you guys were here for this because you guys are like my two best followers. So like, I it's you know what it is. It's your positive energy. You it's that it's when you guys are here. I feel like I can do anything. That we wow, this, oh my gosh, there's so many things that we can do now. That yeah. You can be in charge of refactoring out all of the hoorays, and Trisocks can be in charge of the mobile port. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. When I was talking about like the so many things to do, like there's so many things that I kept telling myself like, oh, I should figure out POW 3 first. For like, so for example, like I didn't want to come up with the icon art because depending on what POW 3 was, we would want to make it make sure it's distinct, make sure that the whole icon set together makes sense. So yeah, we can do icon art. We could just implement the features, which is probably what I'll do first. It's probably what I should do first. And I guess I do have to think a little bit about what POW 3 means still, though. Like I know what it'll do. It'll supercharge you, and it might do the reverse to the mobs. Like it might. So yeah, the tricky thing about power design is that for the system that I've created, all 4 of the modifiers have to make sense. So range, like what does that mean? I have an easy answer to all of these. So worst case. No, you guys have to be friends. We're gonna fix this. It'll happen someday. Someday you two will be friends. You'll be great friends. That you know what? Okay, hold on. I'm putting you in the backlog. Try socks. And Princess Rika. Whoopsie case. Become friends, and that's life, Project Life. Trisax and Princess Rika become friends. It's in the backlog now, so we have to do it at some point. So no rush, though. I mean, whenever we feel like that, whenever we feel like tackling that one, we can circle back around to it. Yeah, so I have an easy answer for like what all the modifiers will do for POW 3, but like it'd be nice to not just like slap it together. I mean, we spent as much time coming up with like defining it as a thing, so we might as well like take that extra step of yeah. Well, okay, so the one thing I'm gonna do, just so it's not anticlimactic, I'm gonna finish hero the same way I finished Grav and B-Box. So yeah, like this is a finished game, right? It's so finished. So that's the level, that's the bar that I'm gonna hit with hero. And so in order to do that, I mean, these are like the little things that I was doing to improve the project during the great roadblock of of September, and so yeah. Now the only really big things that I have to do to finish the project, and like by only I mean like it's going to take forever, but implement path 3, implement potions, balance the game. That's literally all there is. The rest of the stuff I could ship without, right? And like ship by prop on my website, etc., etc. Yeah, wow. I just feel so hopeful all of a sudden. I haven't felt this way in such a long time. The project. Oh, look how far we've come. On the topic of feature creep, I'm compelled to point it out. Oh gosh, yeah, it's probably really late where you are, right? All right. Well, thank you for tuning in and thank you for trying the game. Yeah, that is smart. Early to bed, early to rise, right? So yeah, thank you again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. I hope to see you again soon. I'll let you know when Path 3 is implemented, and you can be one of the first people to get to see a demo of it. Yeah. Oh, what? Whoa! That is amazing! Are you serious? 2 months? Wow, that is amazing. Oh, congratulations. That clearly works, right? Oh man, no, that is awesome. Congratulations. And yeah, I mean, that's just amazing that like you have that what it takes, because that takes a lot, right, to like make such a radical change. That's whoo. Like when I was my first reaction when I read those numbers is like, is that help? Is that much that fast? Man, wow, that's awesome. Oh hey, Adam Hendrickson, how's it going? So yeah, this game is, sorry, I'm yelling now. I've lost control of the volume of my voice. This game is called, I don't have a real title for it. I call it Hero, just as like the working title. Here, I'll run it from the beginning. Do we have realistic numbers in here? Yeah, okay, so you have like this hero character represented by the yellow shape in the center. You get powers. Like, for example, here's the first power we got. We can drop it in one of our slots. And then the other thing we get are modifiers. So the mobs are kind of like the other team, as it were. And so they approach with these yellow coins, or with these blinking explosive devices. And you kind of don't want the explosive devices to detonate, so you kind of want to take care of those before they do. The way you can do that is by using your powers. Oh yeah, these other things that are stacking up here are modifiers, which you get. It's currently based on points. I might change it. I might tune it a little bit, like how you get your modifiers. But currently, yeah, like as you collect coins and as you clear out explosive devices, you get these modifiers, which you can apply to. The art is very temporary. The icon art is very temporary, I should say. So yeah, in order to combat the increasing, as you might notice, the increasing horde of mobs and their explosive devices, you get these modifiers which increase the range of your. Okay, so yeah, whenever you get a modifier, you can either apply it to one of your abilities or to this block, which represents your hero itself. I need some way to represent that, some other iconic representation for that. And so yeah, so if you apply it, for example, this is a range modifier, and if I apply it to my hero, then my hero has further range with his auto attacks. And then there's like multiplier power ups which you can apply to your hero in order to get like an assistant like ally dude that also helps clear out mobs. Dash is another power. You can use, once you get it, you can like dash across the field and launch mobs into the air. You can multiply dash, and then you'll dash multiple times in a row. You can apply speed power ups to get your abilities to recharge faster. So yeah, it's kind of about like it's a lot about cool. Yeah, it's like about character customization, and it's oh who is earlier we decided that the the genre for this game is SOBA, a single-player offline battle arena. And I kind of one of the other big inspirations for the project was like Dynasty Warriors, that style of like frenetic like the type of game where like you are like one against many. Like I haven't paced out the game, the balance of like the challenge versus the hero strength. So like you might notice like we had kind of a lull in the game here, but yeah, the game's supposed to be about like accruing these power-ups and fending off these waves of mobs in order to survive, kind of save the day, as it were. And I need to. I think the pace of the game is going to pick up faster, and the pace of the power-ups has to be faster. It's running a little slow now because I tend to do that for like fine-tuning the balance, but. Yeah, and then the shirts, because I don't know, I don't like shirts. Princess Rika, sorry, is right. I have I am but a spectator to my own life. I take no responsibility for my actions. Yeah, so all of the iconography is temporary. I'd been holding off on it because there's this major feature, this third power. It took me so long, like literally for like weeks now. I've been trying to figure out like what this third power is, and it was just eluding me. I just today it was just like a very short time ago we figured out what it was. So now now that I have that, I have to do at some point a pass on the on all of the icon art. I need an icon to represent your hero down in the square in the corner. I need all of the powers. I need all of the modifiers. This other feature that I thought might get cut, which is not currently in the game, potions. We need well, they're probably not going to be called potions or like represented as potions in the final game. I need to come up with like a new theme for it, but it's like this restorative item that you get. Like I need an icon for that. We now have like a time bonus on the end game screen, and so I need a little time icon so it's clear like why you're getting these bonus points. I mean, I guess I don't need that, but no, I kind of do. There needs to be some explanation as to why those points are happening. So I'm as in terms of the 3D art, I don't know if I'm actually going to change much of that from this point. If you, Rika, I promise I won't get too distracted with a tour of my website. But if you, if we look at my website briefly, the other projects that I work on, like this is like the extent to which I care about art. Like if I can get a game that if I can convey the point of the game, that's what I go for. It. That's the bar that I aim for. So yeah, there's like that game, and then B-Box is also very simple. B-Box is more puzzly. Like it doesn't have like stuff moving around on screen, except you can like drag the pieces and the buttons and stuff. I haven't played B-Box in a while. I really like B-Box. Sorry, I won't play it for very long. I'm just gonna play one more round. Oh, look at that! Perfect score! Ah, we did it! Alright, that's it. Thank you, yeah! Yeah, I know like if I ever make like a bigger project, I'll definitely have to team up with artists. But for now, this is the what I've come up with independently. These the three games that we just looked at are like my three. I don't know. I'm calling them like portfolio pieces. I just started working independently recently, so sorry. Um, yeah, I just started working independently recently, so I'm putting together like stuff that I can call like my work, just as demonstrative of like this is what I bring to a team. This is like what I do. This is the type of games that these are the type of games that I like to make. Um, yeah. So yeah, all of my games that I've made so far, all three of the portfolio pieces are fully fully compatible with uh, tablet and mobile. So on I haven't actually built for iOS yet because I don't have a Mac. Apparently, you need like a Mac just to run like I think it's called Xcode or whatever is like their proprietary whatever's. But yeah, I have all these running on Android so far, and I'm pretty sure the port will be mostly just a matter of compiling. So I I mean I as with all adventures in publication. Oh, we're up to 10 viewers! Yay! Sorry, we were trying to get to 10 earlier today, and we did it. Cool. Okay, so um, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm glad to have you all here. It is a pleasure. Um, uh, yeah, I'm sure something's gonna like rear its head around, like some strange issue is gonna arise when I get around to the iOS ports, but I don't know of any specific challenges except obtaining the hardware. So hopefully that'll be the most of it. Yes, I have a unique style of development that Princess Rika is a huge fan of. Princess is my number one supporter. She's sometimes I worry that I'm not taking the right approach by using copious arrays, but Princess is always here to remind me that arrays are the best thing that's ever happened, and I should use as many of them as possible, as often as possible. Thank you, Princess. You're a star. So, yeah, that's like a tour of the state of the game so far, and I think we just finished implementing the post game screen, and we did a little cleanup for some of the newer features today. How we how we changed the like the flow of the game. There used to be like a lose condition, but I don't know. It felt too negative, so I swung it around, and now there's only a win condition. And so the reason we added in the time bonus was to like give like a reward for to like really like learning the strategy and like learning the skill of the game. So yeah, then I think I think now we could start doing POW 3. Oh yeah, we were talking about POW 3 because yeah, so the way like I mentioned, it's taken a while to come up with POW 3, and one of the things that was actually not in the original design of the project, but I came up with at a certain point and I liked was the modifier system. It used to just be that modifiers affected your hero, and like your hero had like a range statistic or something, and when you used a speed modifier or like a excuse me like a range modifier, it would just apply globally to like everything. But then like there wasn't enough customization there. Like I had like a different idea for customization and it didn't work as well. So now with the modifier system, what that means for power design is that I have to have like multiplicity needs to mean something for the power, strength needs to mean something for the power, speed needs to mean something for the power, and range needs to mean something for the power. And I have like an idea of what that'll be for the new power. Oh, so yeah, right. So the two powers that we have so far, I think I probably mentioned already, are bombs, which just makes an explosion, and dash, which transports you a short distance and then makes an explosion, but a different kind of explosion. Uh, the third power is going to be a turbo, basically. So my I might I might try and come up with something like a little more that uses the modifiers like slightly differently, but like basically like right now, my idea is that like, well, speed modifiers will do the same thing they always do. It'll reduce the cooldown of those of the ability. Strength. Well, so the easy answer is that like, oh, did I? Yeah. So when you activate POW 3, all of your other attributes of all of your other abilities and of your hero itself all get increased for some period of time, and it might even be the case that all of the mobs, like their attributes, get decreased, like they move slower and like the bombs take longer to detonate and stuff like that. I'm not sure about that yet, but yeah. So speed on Power 3, a speed modifier applied to Power 3 is going to make it recharge faster. You can use it again sooner. That's what it always does. A strength modifier on POW 3. So like the obvious answer is that strength, multiplicity, and range on POW 3 correspond to how much it boosts those stats for everything else. I don't know though. I mean, that's the easy answer. I could implement that. I don't know. It'd be nice if there was like just like, I don't know. Well, okay. Let's talk about what the other alternatives are. So speed, we can be fairly certain about that. Strength. What if strength was just that, the thing that we described? What if strength was what decided how powerful the effect was across the board for everything that it modifies? What if that was the case? Then what would multiplicity mean? Multiplicity could mean, well, so my first thought for multiplicity before the fallback idea was that maybe multiplicity would be the duration. So like maybe it starts and it only lasts for like a short period of time. So maybe when you multiply it, maybe it now lasts for like twice as long, and then 3 times as long, or something. Maybe. But then what does range mean? I think that's the tricky one for me, because if strength is how much more powerful you are, then like for all. Oh. Well, here's an idea. What if POW 3 doesn't actually increase speed or multiplicity for anything else? What if it only increases strength and range for everything else? And then the extent to which... Well, alright, there is a reason that I'm not super fond about having that direct correlation. And it is a fallback, and I could go that way. The reason I'm not super fond about it is that why would you be, when you get a strength modifier, why would you get it in POW, why would you put it in POW 3? No, yeah, so when I say I've figured something out, what I mean is I have a strong enough core idea that I'm confident I can figure something out. So I have that for POW 3 now. I hadn't had that before, but now I know what that core is. And so the details, you know, they're still like just a little bit hazy and like murky around the edges, but like, no, I swear to you, if I went over to MonoDevelop right now, I could implement POW 3 right now. It wouldn't be as good as the POW 3 that I'll implement if I just finish like talking through this and like deciding what exactly I want it to be, because like we've discussed before, my strength in game development is not my engineering. Like, I can program, but like if you need an engineer for your project, I could recommend an engineer for your project. I'm not the engineer for your project. Um, no, but I do like. I guess I have like a really high tolerance for hypotheticals. So like, I like to. Well, this is, and I mean, this isn't the only thing I do, but like one thing that I do spend a lot of time doing is taking an idea and like really pounding on it, because like everybody comes up with ideas, and like 99% of them are awful. Like they seem good, but then actually they're kind of awful, or they've been done before. Or, so like yeah, no, I think to so I mean you've watched my stream before. You know that it's really important to me to hit um, on something that like really feels right to me. So yeah, so right. So I was saying the reason I don't necessarily like the base implementation, like the fallback, what I'm calling like the plan B for POW 3. The reason I don't like that is because why on earth would you put a strength modifier on POW 3 and then wait to use it when you could just put it on one of your other abilities and use it all the time instantly? So yeah, that's why I'd kind of like to come up with something a little broader, a little bit more than just the base. So all right, so what if so yeah, I mean we've made some progress in that we now only have strength and range acting redundantly. If we can get it down to one, then so have you ever played trying to think of a good analogy for it. Like what other game does something like this? Nothing's coming to mind, which is probably good. Um, POW 3 is POW 3 is like a whole. It's like an adrenaline boost. There's probably a game that uses like stim packs or adrenaline boosts or something. That is, I like that. That is good. Um, I hadn't thought of that one, but like it literally like writes to data the game state. So even if you terminate the app and launch it again, it just keeps going. I yeah, thank you by the way. Yeah, that was actually that was my epiphany of the morning, which set all this in motion. That it because I I think I'm going back to my website, Princess. I won't stay there for long, I promise. With Grav, I meant to make this a very arcadey. I meant to make this a very arcadey game, so I think for this one it kind of works. This one uses it uses a fail. There's a fail state. The fail state is when the board is so filled with bricks that there's really nothing else that can happen in the game. And I did technically have that from the start, but one of the things that surprised me after I released a version of this game to my friends to get their feedback is they all wanted the game to end. They all wanted the game to they didn't specifically say they wanted to lose. Actually, no. Some of them might have specifically said they wanted to lose. Yeah, thank you. The yellow rectangular prism that represents the hero is not gender specific. Thank you for recognizing that. Yeah. So in this game, like the bricks appear faster and faster, and like these waves occur more and more frequently. And eventually the bricks just overwhelm. So yeah, part of the reason I wanted to do something different for heroes because I didn't feel like it felt quite right, and also because I'd done it before kinda. So uh, oh god, they're outside. The van just pulled up. uh, yeah, thank you for that suggestion, by the way. I probably would have stayed really oblivious to that for a very long time. Uh, I I do have one defense mechanism against that, though, is that my last name is completely, it's ridiculous. Like people, like I'll spell it to someone, and if then I ask them to spell it back to me, they will spell it incorrectly. Like, it's like spelling my name correctly is basically a superpower. So, but then the other side of that is that I'm pretty much the only person in the world with that name. So if you get it correctly, that's me. All right, so yeah, so I think strength makes sense as the amplifier. Oh, did we fully address what POW 3 is? Does it make sense now? POW 3 is like a super turbo stim pack adrenaline boost Mario Star. No, not really, but like it's basically just makes it basically takes all of the numbers on your hero and it like multiplies them by 2 for a little while, basically. And I think that's actually what I want strength to do for POW 3. I want strength to be like, so for example, if literally it multiplied everything by 2, then like you add a strength, and now it multiplies everything by 3. And yes, the way I said that, I realized multiplicity would make sense for that as well. But I think multiplicity will be duration. Because multiplicity kind of means duration in for dash and bombs as well, because bombs don't all happen at once now. It used to be the case that if you had like 10 multipliers on bomb, they would all explode instantaneously, but now they happen in sequence. They all go off one at a time. So like, I mean, I'm calling it multiplicity, but I mean, there's not going to be any text in this game, which is my very inexpensive way of localizing it. So like the multiplier icon could just be like a I don't know, the whatever I use to represent that could just like be something representative of like prolonging the power. It might just be like something simple like +1 or something, but I don't know. I mean, now that I know all the powers, I can start thinking about what icons will represent. I don't know how I'm going to represent like whatever potions are now. Like, I mean, there's the easy representation of just showing like a octahedron, because what potions do now is bring back octahedrons. You'll notice in the simulation there aren't very many mobs anymore, and it's because I haven't been paying attention. I just let I let those explosive devices go off, and so now we've reached the point where it's like trivial to clear the explosive devices for this number of mobs, and with this power level of the hero. But yeah, like, so if I got to this state in game, then like I might get one of the instead of a modifier or a power on this bar, I might get a potion, and if I use the potion, it'll bring back mobs. It'll like start to restore the population. It'll undo some of that damage. So so what does range do on POW 3? If strength is the only one that amps up the intensity, like if strength is the only thing that ramps up how much effectiveness is added, then what does range do? If I was going to have POW 3 affect not just the hero, but also affect mobs, then range could be the radius around the hero in which mobs are affected. That would be really subtle. That'd be really hard to convey, I feel like. Actually, no, I know how I could convey that. I could just do, like, this. I could just do something like that, and, like, it would start out much smaller than this. Like it would start out maybe the size of the inner circle. So it'd start out like this, and it would only affect those things. I would come up with a new graphic because I am using the same graphic to represent empty slot and that, so I'd have to change one of them. But then like maybe the first time you punch a range modifier onto it, it becomes like that or something. With like a simple visualization like that, maybe that would just be enough to indicate that range is doing something, and then maybe then the player would, because it's hard to notice that so it would make the flashes slow down, right? But like it'd be a little hard to notice at first, like what is actually doing. Like if those flashes were at a slightly different rate, it would be hard to tell that anything really had changed if you didn't know to look for it. So that might be sufficient. But hmm. Uh, it's yeah. Oh, so the reason I'm like not 100% about that is that it's like what at range 0, your hero is still affected by it. Like even without any range modifiers, your hero is still affected by it. And increasing the range doesn't really make what this power does to your hero any more effective. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we've probably thought about this enough. I'm just going to spend a split second more thinking about it, and that's because I'm also going to take a quick break to run and refill my water bottle. But I will be right back, and we will get started on implementing that ability. I will be right back. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for my squeaky door. It's incredibly squeaky. It, so, yeah, alright, so, let's get to implementing. Okay, so we have, we already have the cooldown on power 3, and technically we actually also have power 3. It does show up, it just doesn't do anything. So like we have a lot of the framework for it working. We just have to add in the power activation block. So this is going to be fairly straightforward, I guess. Actually, we just need the start where the modifications from the power are applied, and then the of course the duration, and then at the end the cleanup where oh yeah, I remember that. That was old bombs. Old bombs had a lot more going on than new bombs. Right, alright, so it'll always return true because this one can't fail. Bombs are the only ones that can fail, actually. I think, yeah. And that's only if there are no valid targets in range. So right, we're activating power 2. So the first thing that happens is so like, okay, let's say we have cute names for bombs and dash, so let's stop calling it pow 3 for now. Let's call it turbo maybe, or that's pretty convenient. Yeah, I'd say that's a bit of a savings, huh? Nice, good job. Boost, turbo, extreme. No, what really encapsulates this? I guess just super, maybe. Super. Alright, so super time equals time dot fixed time plus super duration. Oh wait, no, this is not the way. It's well, yeah, no, I guess super duration. Yeah, super duration, sure. Times pow mult, because we were saying that multiplicity affects the duration, or super duration will be super dur, pow mult, yeah, and those aren't things yet. We'll have to make those things. And so now let's apply modifiers. So super mod equals super mod strength times pow strength, or not 0. Why did I put 0 there? This is 2. Pow strength 2. Yeah. So that's basically all that happens when you activate this ability. Actually, I'll probably add in some visual indicator so that you know when it starts and when it ends. So or I mean, you know when it starts because you press the button when it starts, but the visual indicator will apply on the start and then it'll disappear at the end to let you know when it ends. So let's say for int I equals 0, I less than team hero dot length I plus plus actually no, I don't need that. Oh wait, actually just say int I equals 1 because we'll have to do the hero differently. So hero equals hero dot renderer dot transform. Wait, no, it's not hero, is it? It's how's the hero preserved? Hero has a child. All right, so hero dot transform dot get child 0 because it only has 1. So it's index 0. Render transform, not transform. Render dot hero dot transform dot get child dot render dot material dot color equals super color. I just call it open brace and close brace. I don't know, maybe that's weird. Supercolor, yeah. Supercolor also doesn't exist. And when we're done, we'll have to reset it back to hero color, which also doesn't exist. But yeah. So oh, huh. I did have one other idea about how this worked. Are you gonna, hey LegScript. I'm working on a game about a hero, it's about like a one hero character like versus an army, and the hero has 3 powers, or the hero's supposed to have 3 powers. Previously, the hero's only had 2 powers because it took me forever to figure out what the 3rd power should be, and so now I'm adding in that 3rd power. The 3rd power is going to be like a super. Hey, we got a new follower. Sorry, the text is really small on my screen. bshred8 joined the party. Thank you for following. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your viewership. I appreciate it. And welcome aboard. Welcome to the party. Yeah. All right. I'll just give a quick tour of the game because I'm also going to quickly. Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah. So as I was getting ready to implement or like it. Yeah, you win because you have the chat doesn't have any delay to it, so you guys aren't going to see me showing off the game for a little while longer. But yeah, why did he come here? Oh right, yeah, to just show it off. So like there's bombs, and then dash will appear shortly. There's okay, so like yeah, you're this hero, and you can throw bombs, you can dash about, you can apply modifiers, and then so yeah, it did occur to me that there was one. Are you watching or are you playing it on the app? Because like I imagine it could be a little confusing if you're just trying to play it on the app or play on the site. Yes, you are correct, sir. uh, so, this is game development, not game already been completed. Just so you know. um, so, right, yeah. Oh yeah. So the other reason I wanted to come to the simulation or to come to run the game is that it occurred to me as I was typing up as I was typing up POW 3 that like one of the other interpretations of this supercharge ability was not just to make your things more powerful, but to make your things like constant. So like for example in oh no, I remember why I don't actually uh yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't actually want to I don't actually the original idea is better. I just have this other idea, and sometimes I forget why I don't like it, and so I think about it, and then I remember why I don't like it. But anyways, I'm gonna attribute that to the lag that I just the chat still hasn't realized that I already said that those are clearly temporary displays. Yeah, if you were here earlier, we actually had a whole discussion about iconography and how to convey some of those the meanings of some of those buttons. Yeah, scribbly scrawl on like in like barely legible handwriting on just like blank white circles. Wait, that's not your guys' idea of shipping quality, was it? All right. So, anyways, yeah, we're sticking with this. This is gonna work. All right, and were we good there? Oh no, we're going to loop over. So, Team Hero is the hero and all of his allies. So, we're going to say mobs Team Hero. It's hey princess. It's an array of the indexes of Team Hero in another array. That's what this is. Thank you, Princess. Princess is currently top ranked as a chat participant for this stream. She holds the high score. She's got a really far lead, just so you guys know. But thank you, Princess. So mobs I think for the ally prefabs, they actually. Oh, do they? Oh, yeah. Okay. No. Yeah, they too. It's for them also. It's a child object. Yeah. um. Okay, so sorry, yeah, I'm new to streaming, so I yeah, I guess everything's fine at this point. No, you know what? I'm just gonna say the lag script. Try and keep your contributions to chat in a good way, I guess. If you could do that, that'd be great. All right, so we actually no, not the transform. So render dot material. Oh wait, and oh yeah, I already decided it's not actually this one. Oh yeah, no, so it was transform. Dot get child 0 dot render dot material dot color equals super color. So yeah, we still have to whoops typo. All right, so now we have to define super time, super duration, super mod strength, and super color. Oh, and super mod. Yeah. So save that. I'm not going to remember all of these, so actually I'm going to start typing them down here and then copy and paste. So float super time, float super dir, or public float super dir equals, so the starting duration, I guess 3 seconds maybe? 3 seconds seems reasonable enough. No, it was the what inspired me to ask about keeping the chat good is that I'm planning on uploading these videos to YouTube, and in order to do that, we can't use profane language in chat. Otherwise, I have to go back and in order to I basically have to timestamp whenever profane language is used in chat, and then I have to go basically like cover it up in the YouTube video so that it's not visible. So I don't care. Like you can be trollish if you want. I'd prefer you not be trollish. You can be trollish if you want, but just keep your language under control, and everything will be great. Yeah, thank you. So public float superdir, yep. Supermod will be just float supermod. Or supermod equals 1. I almost said 0, but I'll have to remember. Supermod equals 1. Or no, 0. 0 or 1? 0. Because it'll be additive, not multiplicative. Okay. Yeah. And then I'm not encouraging people to be trollish. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna get reported on YouTube for uploading a video of people trolling me. If anything, people. Oh, all right. Thank you. I should have seen that one coming, but no. Okay. Supermod and supermod strength. Supermod strength. Yeah. Yeah, public float. Supermod strength. Is that all? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, super color. Public color. It was color with a capital C. Super color. So, oh yeah, and then also hero color, because we need to, if we're going to change the color of the team, we'll need to change it back once we're done. Actually, I don't know if I want to change their color. Yeah, yeah, probably. That's probably the best way to accomplish it. And it won't be an extreme tint either. So just hero color. Yeah. So do I have hero color defined yet? Yeah, you're gonna have errors. You're gonna have errors for just a minute. No, I have mob color, but not hero color. All right. So. Actually, I'm just being efficient. I'm saving on use. Right, so those are red again, and we can go up top. So it's like expl ocean, yeah, force radius charge bomb dash etc dash 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 Super. All right, so now let's set those colors. So yeah, hero. Right. This is the hero color presently. So let's save that to our palette, and then oh, we still have errors. Welcome, A Fool's Duty. Clearly, you are new. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, people like arrays. I mean, people don't have the same reaction to arrays that I do. But yeah, it's oh yeah, thank you, Princess. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you've been on Twitch before and you've looked for game dev streams before. There's a channel called Programming. Like I could if I wanted to, I could set my oh hey, we got a follower. A Fool's Duty, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for viewing. Thank you for following. I appreciate your support and your viewership. Uh, yeah, there's a very good reason that I don't broadcast under that channel, and it's because I don't care about programming. I mean, like, for me, programming is like it's a tool. It's like a means to an end. Like, I understand that some people view programming as an art form, and I'm very like I have a great amount of respect for what those people do, but I'm not making code. I'm making a game. So like, I spend a lot of time thinking about how I want my game to work, and then I just do whatever works to get to that end. I'm not an engineer. You might notice. But like, I mean, I'm not an engineer. So how else am I going to get my game to work quite right? And I write, I program, I script, and then we end up with a lot of arrays. Yeah, I want that too, but no, it's actually not in the database, Princess. There are some people who still stream under it, and that's because they set their stream to that channel when it was in the database, but it's not in the database anymore. So like, you can't put it into a like, people right now cannot set their stream to be game development. Yeah. So that's what that's about. Yeah, no, actually, hold on. I haven't plugged this in a while, but I also haven't gotten any response from Twitch about it, so I don't have any particularly high hopes for it, but yeah, I wrote this a while ago. Was it like last week or something? So yeah. So I guess they just I don't know. Like, programming, I think I say it in that link as well, but programming isn't for programming. There's a game called Programming, but no one streams the game, and so people just use that channel instead. Yeah. So yeah, right. I don't know why Twitch got rid of it. I think no, I don't. I wrote that post when I was like hoping that they would add it back in, but at this point I'm like, I don't, whatever. I mean, ludum dare is Latin for game dev, so yeah. I mean, no, ludum dare is Latin for to give a game, but that's close enough, right? So yep. There's actually a fairly popular channel. Hold on, I don't know if I can get to it. I'll look on my other computer real quick. There's a fairly popular channel that, like, last time I checked, there was like a lot of people streaming under it. And it's funny because oh, that's loud. Sorry. I just accidentally brought up my stream on my other monitor. What is it? It is. How do I get there? Followed games. Oh, I can only. Oh wait, no. I guess if it's not showing up under followed games, it must not be there. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can hack their URLs to get there. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah, check this out. There's this is one of my favorite channels. No. um, yeah. So, anyways, they have a weird system going on, but whatever. It's theirs. They're doing what they want with it, and it's theirs to do what they want with. So, whatevs. All right. We were setting up colors. Where are our new colors? There's Mauv's color. There's Mauve color. Here we go. So hero color is this one that we bookmarked. And then super color is not going to be much different. So we'll start there, but I think it'll be a little more orangey. A little darker, and maybe... Now it's about as vibrant as it gets. So maybe just like a little more orangey. And maybe not even that much more orangey. Maybe just like just enough to be noticeable. Because the background's red, so... I believe I enlisted on devstream.tv. Last I checked I was. There's also the other... there's devstream.tv, and then there's also this one, which has a... Oh wow, there's a lot of people online here. Oh yeah, look, I'm the only person on devstream.tv. Cool. Is that how you found the stream? Oh man. What is wait, dev TV? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Although this one's probably not right for me, considering as we've very clearly covered, I'm not an engineer. I mean, I'm not an engineer. I just play one on TV. Yeah. What is Hitbox? It's like another Twitch kind of. Yeah. All right. Right. So we were doing stuff. We were. I don't know if this difference in. Maybe I should make it a little lighter. No, that just makes it look more yellowy. Wow, look, we're back to yellow again. No, all right. So darker then. I don't know. No, that looks severe. I don't know. We'll see how this is. It might even be that is visually distinct enough. And if not, maybe we can do another effect that's not just color change. Maybe we can do like color change plus like some other slight noticeable difference in appearance. Just because really, like, this is, I don't even necessarily want the color to change, especially. I just want the player to know very clearly when it starts and when it stops. So, all right. So yeah, we did the what did we call it? What did we call it? Super, right, okay. Alright, so that's when it starts, and then when it stops, we basically have to do the opposite. So let's, we can put it right near power activation, I guess. Right after power activation. So, yeah, so that was power processing and power activation. I might have called the other place power activation, but, power activation is, should be right around here, right? Yeah, here we are. So, yeah, so bombs are there, dashing, so might as well put it right after here. Alright, so, yeah, that makes enough sense. A teaching stream? I could do that. What type of stuff do you want to learn about? Uh, I Yeah, sometimes I'll make a change. Just in response to what Princess is talking about, sometimes I'll make a change to the project, and like it'll serve the purpose that I intended, but then it'll lend like a very different feeling to the game, like something that I didn't necessarily anticipate going in. So yeah, those are always strange because the immediate reaction is like, oh, maybe I did wrong, like maybe I shouldn't have done that. Um, More often than not, though, I find that it just means that it literally just means that the game is maturing, and like so in order to keep like a tone, like if you have a very clear tone for what you how you want a game to feel and what you want a game to be, like if you feel that if you add something that you want and that you put a lot of work into and that you don't think is necessarily bad like inherently by itself, like that could just indicate that now you need to holistically shift the tone back towards where you wanted it to. So like if you add in like for example an animation system and things start looking cartoonish, then maybe that just means you have to add in what's the next feature that will add like oh wait, let's say if you just want a sterner more like if you want like an animate but stern tone, then like put back in the severity, right? I could teach you about how to have arrays of integers that only serve as indexes for other arrays of integers that only serve as other indexes for arrays of other integers that only serve as indexes for arrays. We're literally doing that in this project. Feel free. I could spend a day on that too because it's actually really confusing. Uh, so if some condition, etc., etc. So the condition here is if super time is less than time dot fixed time, then time is up. So we don't actually have to do anything to super time when that happens. You can just let it ride. Although no, actually, I guess I should say if super time is less than time dot fixed time, or if supermod not equal 0 and no, that I we can look at that part later if you want. It's because the powers spawn in as buttons at the top of the screen, but they correspond to the powers, the three powers, and then you can place them in any slot here. But the UI system registers clicks on the buttons. So in order to figure out what power the player just clicked on, the game says, okay, well, this is the slot we're looking at. What button is in this slot? Okay. What type of power is this button? Okay. And then you know how I use arrays, so at that point we know what the power is, and we use that power for all of the like for example, power strength, power underscore str, power underscore mlt, power underscore etc. etc. Yep. That's how that goes. Oh right, so yeah, for example, let's say we have bombs here. So bombs are a button, and they're in a slot, and they're of type bomb. So in order to drag and drop this modifier onto the other one, we say, okay, well you just dropped it on this. We just dropped it on this slot. This is the button in this slot, and this is the power type. So that's the attribute that will get increased range. There we have it. Dev training Thursdays. Arrays within arrays within arrays. Arrayception. Hooray! um, I just like, yeah. These are good. um, so, so yeah, okay. So supermod, when supermod not equals 0, and super time, etc., etc. We don't have to care about time, but we're gonna set supermod back to 0 because time's up, fun's over. uh, So hero.transform.getChild. Oh yeah, so right. So now we do basically the same thing again, except we use hero color instead of super color. The nice thing about that GIF is that there are like a lot of jobs, like basically any job that takes place at a computer, you could replace programming with that job, and off you go. I think it just captures a very relatable feeling, just that that sense of just whirlwind joy when you're like in that groove. Yeah. So I'm going to. Yeah, so it takes forever for POW 3 to actually show up in game, so I'm going to change that so that it doesn't take forever instead. So save this. What is it? It's a button? No. Soft pause, UI equivalent. What on earth is it? It's like, it has to do with all the other, POW spawn at count. Public int POW spawn at count. Pretty close to the bottom. Yeah, here we are. POW spawn at count. So yeah, it takes 19 spawns for the, for POW 3 to show up. So let's just for testing purposes, let's make the second, third, and fourth power modifiers or power ups to be. Are you talking about my roommate's a musician? Can you hear a drum beat in the background? um, yeah. I actually welcome to the stream, Sogom. I'm gonna say, as I've also just to mention I mispronounce stuff a lot. So if anyone has any requests, if they want to hear me mispronounce a word, just like holler it in chat. I'm happy to oblige. I'm very good at mispronouncing things. I haven't actually started on the October challenge yet. This project I was supposed to finish. I was supposed to have finished this project already. I was supposed to have finished it like a month ago. I was supposed to have finished it like early in the summer, but it's taking a little longer than I expected. Oh my god! All right, then yeah, this is totally the October challenge. No, thank you though. That's awesome. Yeah, this one's taking a little longer to wrap up. I want to. So yeah, I'm planning on starting on the October challenge next. For the October challenge, I am going to make a. I was talking about this the other day. I think you, Princess. I think you might have been there, or someone else. I want to make a game that runs and like. So okay, so I have like a rough idea. I don't have like the details worked out, so it's gonna. I haven't even talked about it enough that I've gotten to the point where like I know exactly how to describe it really. So, all right, so I'll give it a shot anyways. Like basically, like the interface is Twitch chat. The game runs in like I guess what you would think of as a bot, but it's not like a game like Twitch Plays Pokemon where the stream is a game or the stream is the game, and it's not like a chat game either, because the game very much does take place in the stream. But sorry, I'm gonna get really long-winded. I'll try not to. But the gist of the game is that it plays out. It's a game to basically supplement the chat activity in a Twitch stream specifically for charity drives. I want to make a game that viewers of a charity drive can play to promote activity and basically just like add another element of interest to like a marathon stream that that supplements the stream. And I was thinking of this because the point of the October challenge is to raise at least $1. And so like I was thinking, well, if I want to make a game about money, or if I want to make a game for the purpose of monetary gain, why not make something to help raise money for charities? So I really don't have the details worked out. It's one of those projects that I've started it, but only like in my brains. I think about it from time to time. I haven't actually gotten to the actual development process yet. It's also it's going to be very new. Like I'm going to have to learn a lot in order to start this project. So I can't start it until Monday because I'm going to take the weekend to study up on it. But you guys don't want to watch me studying up on it, I don't think. I think you guys, it probably won't get interesting until you guys, it probably wouldn't be interesting to you guys until we actually get to like the actual development part yourself. Yes, I actually have, it is an array of length 2 called brain lobes. Oh yeah, power 3. Look at that. Oh, that that did stuff. Not necessarily what I wanted it to do. To what are you objecting? Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I never set the attributes. It's been so long since I had to set up a power, I completely forgot that powers are supposed to have attributes. Wait, no, that power has attributes. Wait, what were you objecting to? The new game, I actually have no clue. Like I don't even know what like I don't even know how to develop like with the Twitch API. I'm just that's why I'm not gonna start until Monday. Is that um, I have to find out like how people develop in for the Twitch API, like what if, because I know some people have made some really cool stuff with it so far, but I still haven't figured out, or I haven't even started to research like what they use, like what works best, what doesn't, like what development environment to use. Like I still don't know any of that stuff. So I mean, I could stream figuring that stuff out, but I imagine I'll just be really boring. So I'll probably just, and like sometimes, like I'll probably do it over the course of a day, and like also take just like a lazy Saturday to like loaf about and do whatever else. So, all right. So to answer your question, I'm going to use some basic HTTP client stuff and a JSON parser. I think will probably be what I do. Choice chamber. Let's look up trace chamber. Uh, oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds. Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. Um, yeah. Wow. All right. Thanks for the tip. I'll have to look into that closer. They're just from like the description on the site. That sounds very relevant. That sounds yeah. I assume um, like whenever I start on a project, I'm always waiting for that point where someone's like, "Oh, hey, that's exactly like this other game you've never heard of." Because like there are so many people out there making so many games that like whenever I have an idea that I think is new, like I'm always waiting for like someone to tell me like, "Oh no, that's been done before." But yeah, I mean like I guess yeah, so it makes sense that there'd be similar stuff, and that one does sound very similar. So um, oh yeah, so I do. Yeah, I have water bottle, this guy, and then I have tomato juice. So yeah, it's uh it's just tomato juice though, no vodka. That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds. Welcome back, by the way, the like script. Yeah, no, that sounds like an awesome title. There's like a YouTube video and stuff, and I'll definitely check it out. I just don't want to do it on stream because you just don't want to sit and watch me watch a video. Yes, this is so right. Yes, so I keep them in separate containers, so that way I can take a swig individually. And here, I'll take a big swig of vodka. In case anyone's concerned that I'm joking, that is water, um, which is what I call vodka because I drink so much of it. No, I'm just, I'm kidding. Um, oh yeah, if you like to watch people refactor code, check out Notch's stream. Sometimes he'll literally just like put up a wall of code and just like refactor for like marathon spans, and like he'll get like thousands of viewers because people really want to see Notch refactor stuff. So yeah, that guy's a powerhouse. Um, I admittedly I went a little overboard with use of ale. um, use of ale, Useavail, avail for available. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's I'm not calling those builds on my site playable. They're just pre-alpha builds. So the gist is like as you collect coins, these little like I call them cookies or coins depending on how I feel at any given moment. They're either cookies or coins. As you collect them, you get points, and as you get and you also collect these power ups at the top of the screen. Um, uh, Yeah, that's a good idea. I can definitely do a lot more with the space down here, right? All I've done so far is link to my site and my archives, but like a lot of people do put better information down there. Um, so yeah, okay. So as you play the game, as you collect the coins, you get these modifiers. Some of them are powers, and so they go in the yeah. If you see one that has a that lights up the empty spots, that's a power, and so you can take it and start using it. If you see one that lights up a full slot, that's a modifier. So you can apply modifiers either to this square represents your hero. It doesn't represent it very well, but all of the icons are not there yet. So like I have to actually make icons for bombs and dash and et cetera, et cetera. So modifiers you can apply to whatever you choose. If you apply a multiplier modifier to your hero, you get an ally. If you apply a strength modifier to bombs, your bombs get stronger. If you apply a range modifier to dash, you dash further. So yeah, and so you can choose whatever you want. Like, what do you want to be stronger? Do you want dash to be stronger? Do you want bombs to be stronger? Do you want your hero to be stronger? You get to choose. And oh yeah, when I hit POW 3, like oh, of course that time it just works. Last time we get an out of range exception. This time it just works. What? What? Oh, yeah, I might know what's happening there. Let's see if I can get that to happen by using dash. No, not bombs, dash. Yeah, there we go. So that actually doesn't have to do with POW 3. It was just a coincidence. It was just something that I never really caught before because I had let me think. So what's happening here? POW type I. POW type I. POW type I. POW activate I. Yeah, I don't think we want POW type here. I think we just want POW time I. I think the POW type is what's causing the concern. No, wait, the opposite. Quite the opposite. Right? Hold on. Time probably indexes by slot. So if we want to go to slot, if we want to get this slot from button, no, power activation just goes by power index. Hold on. Slot pow. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So first the index of POW buttons. But we don't need buttons, do we? No, what we need is we need to go from the power to the slot. Do we need to go through buttons in order to achieve that? Type goes from button to type. So I guess, do we need to invert type to button? I guess. Type to button, button to slot. So, as I mentioned, actually, maybe I haven't mentioned it recently. These are my portfolio pieces. So, if someone other than myself were to work on them, that would kind of defeat the purpose. So, by their very definition, I will be the only person to ever work on these. And I've kind of taken that for granted. I only made it sensible enough for myself. So, yeah, this stream isn't supposed to be about programming either. We did talk earlier, or maybe some people arrived after we talked about it, but this stream is about game development. So, like, honestly, like, I wouldn't care if my code was like literally the worst code on the planet, as long as my games were the best games that I could make. So, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, like Script, I can take my project and make a game out of it. And if you could too, I'd be really impressed. But I also never really considered that as a. So yeah, oh yeah. I guess it's also important to mention that this project predates the stream too. So like, I didn't even think the thought of streaming hadn't even crossed my mind when I started on this. And like, I mean, one thing I've quickly learned is that streamers care about I guess virtually every facet, right? Like, like, I'm trying to think of an instance where, like, no, it does happen that like some people comment on the project rather than like the state of the code, but it seems to be more frequently the case that people really care about the code. So that's cool. It's good that someone cares about it, right? Because I mean that's like what an engineer is, right? It's someone who actually like cares about that stuff, right? So anyways, right. I think I want to invert pow type. I think I want to go backwards through this. Yeah, no, we're under siege. Oh, I've never been raided before. Hide the children. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is so sudden. If I knew you were coming, I would have baked a cake. But no, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. We were just debating code etiquette, or we were discussing the finer points of syntax and and what and good coding. Oh gosh, chat is good. I'm not gonna keep up with chat if I don't. You think my facial hair is chic? Thank you. I might be naked. I will not confirm or deny. Thank you, Pixel Martins. That might be the best compliment I've received in some time. Thank you, 2D Heroes. This is awesome. I take it this is your intermission that you're taking. Thank you for wow, 14 viewers is. I'm new to this, so for me that's really exciting. That's a lot of viewers for me. Thank you everyone for watching. Okay, I'll stop freaking out at a certain point. It'll probably be soon. And I guess yeah, so 2D Heroes, I guess I forget, did you say you're taking like a lunch break or like a snack break or something and that you'll be back? Because if you like, I can keep this party. I'm like at that point where like I could wrap up pretty soon, you know. So if you want though, I could keep the party rolling until you get back, and then we could kick it back to your channel. I'll be the intermission. Either way, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh wow, 2 hours. All right, I might be able to do that. I might. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, we're in a good place right now. Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, that's perfect. So I'll go for an hour, and then we can kick it over there, and then we can all meet back up in 2D Heroes channel in 2 hours. Sound like a plan? All right. Oh, 17 viewers! Wow, I'm like a celebrity. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is not just a stream about freaking out with code on the screen. It's also about development. Um, Specifically, we just noticed something about the power system that I had set up in a non-ideal manner. So I'm just gonna quickly set up the inversion of this index that I have going on, because I think if I'm recalling correctly, the way I set up the powers for the we have so right in this game, if you're new, we have errors, we have plenty of errors, and we'll address those. We have hooray! Sorry, uh, we have uh, we have powers that one of which is dash. Or here, okay, I'll rerun the simulation real quick. There are several powers that you can collect in this game. The first of which is will show up shortly. It is bombs, and you can drop these when you get a power. You get three of them all together. In fact, they'll show up quite promptly as bombs, dash, and pow 3. Right, the last one's called. We don't have a better name for it yet. And so you can put them down here. But so I'm making the UI slightly customizable. You could be a professional dev stream critique. Do we have those yet? I don't know. I feel like dev streaming is getting bigger, if anything. So maybe it won't be